The I-Team has been keeping tabs on bogus Milwaukee parking tickets for 3 years now.
The city is writing fewer bad tickets, but we discovered an interesting twist that will leave you scratching your head.
Steve Shamraz is here to show us what he's uncovered. Steve?
Yeah, Mike and Carol, the city still writes thousands of tickets each year that are not valid, including a handful of cases that show parking checkers clearly crossing the line. It can be an exasperating fact of life.
It's like being a predator.
If you park on the street in the city of Milwaukee, the parking police will eventually find you doing something wrong.
Aggressive? Yes, very much so.
Gino Jorgensen knows that all too well, though his parking story comes with a twist.
Well, I thought it was very baffling.
Gino lives here in the 3500 block of South Kinnickinnick, and last year was ticketed for not following Milwaukee's winter night parking rules. There is just one problem.
The city of Milwaukee doesn't have jurisdiction, as far as I'm concerned, in St. Francis.
That's right. We are standing in St. Francis. Milwaukee's parking checker had crossed the line and wrote a bogus ticket. In 2013, that happened more times than you might think. City records show 42 tickets were voided because they were not in Milwaukee. In those cases, parking checkers had crossed into the suburbs.
Do you think that the city of Milwaukee parking checkers would know the boundaries?
Milwaukee's Public Works Department would not go on camera to explain how this happens, but sent a statement saying our parking enforcement officers are issued maps and trained as to where city borders are. But sometimes mistakes happen. The I-Team started tracking those mistakes 3 years ago, and since then we have seen some improvement. To their credit, Milwaukee parking checkers are getting it wrong less often. The number of tickets voided shrank from more than 30,000 in 2011 to about 22,000 last year. What's more, parking checkers are simply writing fewer tickets. 823,000 in 2011 compared with 770,000 last year. Some things, though, have stayed the same.
Transaction complete. No, it's not.
Like those high-tech parking meters still causing headaches.
Personally, I've never liked them.
Alderman Bob Donovan is an old-school kind of guy and wants to see Public Works fix those problems that keep nagging at parkers. Nearly 3,000 tickets, or 11 a day, were voided because of problems with these meters. More than half of those voids because the meters don't always communicate when you've paid back to the parking checkers. Again, DPW responded with a statement saying, quote, "We realize that machines sometimes fail."
The mission of the DPW parking is to raise money for the city of Milwaukee, and that's my take on it, and anybody who tells you otherwise is really just hosing you.
One piece of good news here, tickets for night parking violation voids, they are almost gone. The city is now using some new technology to check your parking permit. That is more accurate than the way they did it when a person would have to visually verify it's there. This is already reducing those voided tickets and the headaches that come with them.
Making progress, but it's still awfully frustrating.
3 years and we've got some progress.
A lot of tickets. That's all I can say. Thanks, Steve.
Sure.